PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 20th day of January. And despite some sunshine today, temperatures barely getting above freezing in many spots. Let's go right to some of the Skycam shots around the network at mid-afternoon. Here's a look at the Demopolis Skycam looking right down the Tom Bigby River. Levels are still slowly falling after that big flood on the river last week. Downtown Jasper up in Walker County coming from the King Building. Temperatures there hovering right around 32. And to look right down 20th Street in downtown Birmingham. That's the view there from the top of the Daniel Building downtown. Still got the high amplitude look there. Big ridge in the west, trough in the east. But that thing will be flattening in coming days, meaning a warming trend after tonight. But still pretty cold out there tonight. Temperatures, teens up around the Great Lakes, and you can see low 30s for North Alabama, low 40s down there on the immediate Gulf Coast, but still pretty cold. That freeze line just north of Birmingham. Here's a look at the actual numbers at 2 o'clock. Birmingham sitting at 35, but note that Cullman, Muscle Shoals, and Haleyville at or below freezing. And you factor in that wind, and the wind chill index has been in the teens much of the day today. Relatively speaking, the nation pretty quiet. We've still got the winter storm warnings up for eastern North Carolina, but the snow is winding down there. And all of the counties shaded across Georgia and Alabama, those are wind advisories. And, of course, the wind will be settling down later tonight. Expected rain and precipitation for the next 5 days. This is suggesting 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And I think that's about right. And this is valid through Sunday morning at 6 o'clock. And most of that will be coming Friday night into Saturday. And although now the latest guidance is looking a little funny, not jiving up with our forecast, as you'll see here in just a moment. In fact, let's take a look at the model. This is the 12Z GFS, valid at noon tomorrow, noon on Wednesday. And you can see how the whole thing beginning to break down just a little bit. We've still got a northwest flow aloft. It's going to be a very cold morning. I note that J.B. Elliott has bumped the average low for tomorrow morning down to 19 in his forecast package. But one way or the other, it's going to be a hard freeze, but it will warm up into the 40s tomorrow. Thursday, we head for the 50s, maybe upper 50s with a good deal of sunshine. And Friday, maybe low 60s in here as the warming trend continues. But again, we do note that new 1,052 millibar high building up in northwestern Canada. Now, Saturday starting off the weekend, that front drops down to about Birmingham. And boy, that is very light precipitation, but that's suggesting maybe a few showers Friday night or Saturday morning, not much rain at all. And now look what happens on Sunday. Boom, all of a sudden the model brings an impulse along that stall boundary and makes it wet on Sunday, where our ongoing forecast has the weather dry. And you know the deal. We don't flip-flop on one model run here, but just be aware that idea is being thrown out there. And it's certainly not out of the question, but for now we'll still stick to a chance of light rain Friday night and Saturday morning and leave Sunday dry. We'll watch for future runs. That is subject to change. And Monday of next week, the boundary lifts north, and most of the rain Monday is north of here. Tuesday of next week, the same deal. We would be relatively mild. That's suggesting readings well up in the 60s with the best chance of rain north of the stall front along Interstate 40 from Little Rock over to Nashville. And then Wednesday, here comes that trough to the west, and down below that you can see that rain is increasing over Texas. And Thursday, the 29th, good surface low there moves up through here with a big rain event, and we note that 540 line edging down into northwest Alabama. And we just wonder if just maybe there could be some hint of a bit of light snow on the backside of that thing, but the main deal would be rain. So again, some good consistency in the idea of a pretty significant rain event toward the middle part of next week. Now, let's go deeper into voodoo country. Boy, look at that thing on the 3rd of February. Whopper of a trough off to the west. That's suggesting potential for maybe severe weather and a big snowstorm back in the cold air behind that thing. And 12 hours later, we get into cold air with a chance of snow. But yeah, you know this is voodoo. Again, some runs it shows up, some runs it's gone. There's no need to even think about this thing because it's just too far out there. And again, we're kind of in that neutral NAO territory, so anything goes out there. It's possible, sure, but certainly nothing to get too excited about this phase of the game. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.